I'm going to tell you exactly why most wholesalers do fail and most wholesalers will fail. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Graylan Stewart. I am an entrepreneur and virtual wholesaler. We wholesale houses all across the United States. Okay, so today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly why I feel that most wholesalers, they do fail, and most of you probably will fail. And it's really because of one simple thing, in my opinion, and I'll go over that here shortly. Okay, so I got this comment on, as you know, if you've watched any of my videos at all, you know that I do a lot of advertising. Okay, I do pretty much every marketing channel that there is. Okay, the only thing I'm not on right now is TV, and I'm working on getting on TV as well. But everything else you can think of, I'm pretty much doing. Okay, whether that's radio ads, cold calling, RVMs, text blasting, Facebook ads, Facebook organic ads, digital marketing, pay-per-click, SEO, you get the point, right? I do everything. Okay, so I got this comment on one of our Facebook ads, because you get a lot of hate out there. Okay, that's just part of the game. Whether you're cold calling or doing direct mail, I forgot to mention that. Anything else that you might have out there, you're going to get a lot of negative responses, and that's okay. That's part of not just being a wholesaler, but that's just part of life in general, right? Definitely part of being a business owner. You definitely have to have thick skin, okay? So, but here's a response that I got on one of my Facebook ads. Now, keep in mind, I don't do my own ads, but I do get notices just on my my Pages app for Facebook, which is all my business pages are on there. But anyways, this comment from a gentleman says, "Parasite flipper scammer." So my ad is basically, it's a picture of a house. It says, "Need to sell your home? We will, make you a fair cash offer, close on a date that you choose, cover all the closing costs and fees, etc." And then basically click the learn button or the learn more button to get more information or to submit their form, whatever. Okay, so that's pretty much what the ad shows. It's got a link to my website, of course, or my landing page, to where they can actually fill out a form if they're interested. Okay, so we do get good leads from that, but also, part of the game, we get a lot of hate from it. People will even fill out a form just to let us know that they think we're scammers, or that they don't like what we're doing, or whatever the case. Okay, so but the one thing that I would say, the reason that I believe most wholesalers do fail and most wholesalers will fail that even get started, is simply because they don't have thick skin. They can't handle a no. They can't handle negative feedback. However you want to phrase that, that's the reason that most of you will fail, is because you can't get that personal side of things out of it. Okay, because you gotta think it like this. It's definitely not personal. They just think, a lot of them are just kind of replying just because they have nothing better to do with their lives, right? So, but parasite flipper scammer is really actually funny to me, to tell you the truth, because we're quite the opposite of that. When you really think about it, what are we as wholesalers? And I am actually a flipper as well, and I do buy and hold properties for rentals too. So, but when it says parasite flipper scammer, that makes me laugh, really, because I am literally the opposite of that. Okay, so this isn't like cold calling or text messaging or RVM. All those are cold methods of marketing, which they all work, and I do them all. But in those respects, and even direct mail, all those are cold. Okay, you're just kind of throwing your net out, hoping to reach people and bring them in. Okay, but you're actively pursuing certain types of people, certain types of lists. Okay, you're looking for distressed homeowners, distressed houses more than anything, but you're really looking for situations to where people need help, and that's what we do. We solve problems to where we actually help people out of those situations. But nevertheless, when you're doing those cold marketing methods, it kind of makes sense. I can see why they could say, oh, you're a parasite, whatever, because you're preying on people, or however you want to say that. And really what we're doing is we're reaching out to the people that know that need help. That's really what it is. So yes, we are targeting them specifically, but we're only doing that because we know that they need a solution that we can provide. So that's why we do it. But in that aspect, though, I can see where they could maybe potentially say parasite, flipper, scammer. Maybe, okay, sure. We're not really parasites, but we are targeting people. Flipper, okay, yeah, I'm a flipper. And scammer, there's definitely no scam in it. People often think that things are a scam that they don't understand, okay? They don't understand the business and how it works. But when I see parasite, flipper, scammer, to me, especially since I am a flipper and my Facebook ads are just going out to the general public, I'm not necessarily, because Facebook won't actually let you target people like we do with lists. There are some methods to be able to get to the right people, but at the same time, they actually don't allow you to do specific targeting to certain demographics, certain ages, certain sexes, certain income levels, and all those kind of things like we can often do on any kind of list that you want to buy. But anyways, but I would say that we're completely opposite, simply because when I actually flip a house, how many people am I actually helping? So for one thing, I'm turning the eyesore of the neighborhood into a beautiful home that a family can move into, okay? So I'm helping the neighborhood because now there's a nice house that used to be an eyesore in the neighborhood. I'm helping a family in the future that's going to actually move into that community and live in this property to where they can actually have either a home that they own or a home that they rent, okay? But along the way, I'm helping a ton of people. So I helped the seller out because I bought this problem from them that they had, and I had a solution because I can pay cash and close fast, right? Then I'm helping the title company out, not only at the title company, but I'm helping the escrow officer and their assistant. They typically have, a closer or whoever. There's a couple of people involved at the escrow company. So usually I'm helping that company, the escrow officer, and their, assistant that helps them do their paperwork and stuff and follow-ups. So that's 3 more people I'm helping right there. So now we got the seller, the 3 people at title, okay, the potential family in the future, that's usually 3 or 4 people involved. But also, more than that, we're also helping make money for the abstracting company because they have to do an abstract on the property. Also, the surveying company that does a survey for the house. Also, when we start fixing and flipping the house, we're going to buy materials from big box stores like Home Depot or Lowe's or the local hardware store. So we're going to buy materials for that. But then we're also going to employ a general contractor at least, but typically we'll also employ like an electrician, a plumber, an HVAC guy, a flooring person, some type of maintenance of any kind, a landscaper, sometimes a fence company, sometimes a foundation company, sometimes it's a roofer, sometimes it's all of those things. If you get my picture, get the picture to see my point, rather, you can see that we're actually the opposite of that. So if you ever have struggle in those things when people call you names or they tell you to F off, because you get those phone calls too, or they call you a scammer or a parasite or any of those things, just have thick skin, let it roll off, because definitely you can't take anything personal. You got to keep your emotions out of real estate. That's the first thing that can get you in trouble. So I guess that's, if you wanted to lump all that up into one word, emotions, that's what's going to make you fail or not, whether you can keep a hold of those or not. Keep them tight, because you can't be emotional in this at all. People are going to call you names because they don't understand what it is that we do and how we help people and how we actually make the world go around, because look at all those people we employed. That's exactly why real estate investors typically have better tax breaks than the average person out there, because we help a lot of people. We employ a lot of people. We make communities better. We make happy families that get to move into these houses. So at the end of the day, don't let it hold you back. Because I do see that often in sales. That's just part of sales. You get rejection, you get people hating on you, cussing you out, calling you names, whatever it is. So the people that actually fail are the ones that take those things personal and they quit because they're like, oh, I don't want to get cussed out again, so I'm not going to make another phone call. Or I'm going to stop my Facebook ads because everybody's talking trash to me, right? You got to just push through those things. Don't let them worry you, and just know that, we are problem solvers. That's why there's a place for wholesalers and for flippers, and for, buy and hold rental property people. There's a place for all of us because we are solving problems. We are actually making people money along the way. Sure, we make money, as a byproduct as well. But at the same time, if we didn't solve all these problems, where would the world be right now? You'd have a bunch of houses just in distress all the time, a bunch of sellers that get no money for their house because there's no other solution but a wholesaler like us to be able to help them out. So just more of an inspirational type of video more than anything. If you're having trouble, you don't have thick skin, or you can't take those no's or the negative feedback, you just got to push through those things. Because if you push through, stay consistent, keep doing your advertising, whatever method that is, keep doing it consistently, whether you have positive or negative. I promise you it'll be worth it, because the positive feedback, the people that you'll help along the way, will make it worth it, and they'll thank you in the end. So that's my message for you today. Hopefully you found value in that. Please hit the thumbs up if you did. Drop me some comments. Let me know your thoughts on this, on any negative feedback that you may have received from your type of advertising that you do, or maybe a success story of somebody that you helped out of a difficult situation that on a house that you wholesaled. So anyways, either way, if you stuck around this long, please subscribe. I'd appreciate that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.